Guys, welcome to my first sit down YouTube video. So today we are doing a boyfriend tag or boyfriend girlfriend tag, whatever. This is Harry, as you all would probably know. We got you guys to send in a bunch of questions that you wanted us to answer. So we have them all here and I'm going to answer them for you. Let's do it. First question is our first impressions of each other. Mine was, holy shit, you're so tall. And I think yours was
small.
That I was small.
And pretty and tan. She was tan. And she got this little freckle that was really cute because I didn't know she had that from
like
social media and stuff. But small was like predominantly the thing. It was pretty.
We just thought each other were hot. and I thought he was tall, he thought I was small.
Yeah.
Second question is, how did you ask me out?
This is pretty cheesy, but Izzy was at my place in Sydney. She went to work for the day, and when she went out, we had this little walk that we used to like to go on, and it's really close to my house. And so there's this massive tree that I love there, so I went down during the day. I took a chair down there and I stood on the chair and I engraved up in the tree.
Good chair.
Yeah, I blew my back out doing this too, but...
Yeah, I remember you texting me and being like, I went down to the park and I tried to, and you're like, I took a chair. I was like, what the fuck? Why did you take a chair? And it was one of those trees where it's like, it sheds its bark on the outside, so it was like a clean slate. He had like engraved in the date, our initials, and will you be my girlfriend or will you be mine or something like that. And then he took a photo of it and then he asked me to go there like so many times and I was just like, no, Steve, don't want to go there. And
I couldn't get it.
And he ended up just showing me the photo and then I was like, oh my god. And then
yes, I do.
And then we went there and yeah, it's really cute. I'll see if I can put the little photo in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Next one is, how long have we been together? So we've been like officially together for maybe 2 years or just over 2 years. We worked out the other day that we've been together for 2 birthdays each. So yeah. What's our love story? So we actually knew of each other in like 2015 when we were like 15 and 16. He commented on one of my photos saying marry me, and I had a stalk of his profile and I was like, holy shit. And then I commented back to him and I was like, take me on a date first. Lol. So young, being like, take me on a date.
We were kids.
Yeah, we were like proper high school. Anyway, so then we started like DMing on Instagram and then we started texting, and that only lasted like maybe 2 months or something. And then we both ended up getting into other relationships because we lived in different places, so we just kind of like...
fizzled out.
Yeah.
Made our way back in.
Made our way back. Next question is, what do we love most about each other physically and emotionally? Mine physically for Harry is his lips. They're absolutely luscious. So luscious. And my emotionally is that he's like so empathetic, like the most empathetic person I've ever met.
Mine is physically the freckle. But there's obviously so much physically attractive about her, so it's like impossible to choose. That's just like my favorite thing. Emotionally, how well she knows me emotionally. Like the way that she can read me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next question is, were we hesitant about living together?
Yeah.
No, like not even in the slightest. We kind of just were like ready for it because we had been doing long distance Gold Coast to Sydney, and then we'd been like living like 3 or 4 weeks at his parents and then 3 or 4 weeks at mine. And we kind of just got over, we were old enough and we were like very independent, so it was like, why don't we? And his brother lives on the Gold Coast, so he made the move here and we just did it. So yeah, we weren't really hesitant about it. I think we
were ready.
Yeah, we were ready for it. The next question is our goals together for the future. So we definitely want to buy a house. We want to travel a lot more when obviously the restrictions lift. We want to get a dog at some point. And yeah, we kind of just want to just go with the flow.
Just want to have fun for now. We're young. So yeah, we want to travel, have fun, invest some money, and and then marriage, kids down the line.
Next question is, does Harry support everything you do? Yes, he's like my #1 supporter, literally in everything. Even if I'm like don't feel good about something, he makes me feel good about it. And yeah,
That's cute.
that's a cutie. Do we fight, and how do we get over it? Yes, we fight. I think fighting in a relationship is only healthy.
Normal.
Yeah, but and I think it's healthy to fight.
To a degree.
To it obviously not like.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Fighting is a
It's
part
normal.
of a relationship.
We do fight and we get over it. We have like mastered communication and like just understanding how each other feels and what each other needs from an argument. Like if we are like, Harry needs time and like space to cool down after an argument, and I'm like, nah, I want to fix it now. So it's like we had to learn what each other's things were and then like kind of adjust ourselves to what that person needed. And then now it's like we have an argument and we'll be over it in like 15 minutes. At the very beginning, it was like we didn't understand each other.
Yeah.
Like we'd never met someone like each other ever. Like I felt like that. Did you feel like that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it took us
Time.
to understand each other and like, just have really good communication. And I think having those hard conversations is like what you need if you want to progress in your relationship.
Yeah, like if you want longevity in a relationship, you need to have the struggle.
Yeah, and you need to put your pride and your ego aside and don't be stubborn, because we both were super stubborn. And just talk about it. How did we meet? Harry came to the Gold Coast to visit his brother, who actually we found out lived 3 minutes away from my house.
That was so
freaking crazy.
Yeah.
We were texting and he was like, oh yeah, like I'm coming to see my brother. And I was like, oh cool, where does your brother live? And he sent me the address and I put it in my maps and it literally said 3-minute drive. And I texted to him and he's like, you're lying. I was like, I'm not lying. Anyway,
that was nuts.
So he came to see his brother and then I went and saw him. What's our height difference? So I'm 5'5", 5'6", and Harry's 6'4". So there's a good height difference, but it's not like bad. At the start, I think we were both like, whoa, like that's like, I feel like I'm so used to like looking up at you now. And like, at the start I was like, oh my God, can I even do this? And now it's so normal.
Did you think that at the start?
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, you're so tall.
Dude.
Did we do long distance? Yes, we did long distance.
Is it considered long distance?
It is, because it's like you don't live in the same place. But I think we kind of liked long distance in a way. Because
I did. For a phase.
For a phase. Because we would go from seeing each other from like 3 weeks to 4 weeks and then like not at all. So it would be like just at the end of that 3 or 4 weeks we were like, okay, we've had enough, like you can go back home now. But
it was different. It was really different to what we're used to.
Yeah, but we actually didn't hate it that much. Next question is most important values in our relationship. Definitely communication. Probably that's #1.
I'd say so, yeah.
Trust. And
it all falls down to communication and honesty and transparency. I think if you're...
And also like willingness to...
sacrifice things.
Yeah, like willingness to try and understand. So communication, trust, and just... Yeah. Next question is it difficult both being models?
I think there's a stigma. Like people have a stigma behind what modeling is. It's nothing like you presume it is. It's not like a big thing where like all good looking people just like sleep with each other or it just comes down to trust. It's our job at the end of the day. It's as simple as that. It's like going on a job site
like almost acting sometimes. So if like I have a job with another guy or he has a job with another girl, it's just like that was our day of work. And
that's it.
That's it. Being in the same industry is actually like such a blessing for us, because like having a boyfriend that really understands modeling and really understands like social media and like all that stuff, it's so much easier to just like, he just knows, and it would be so hard to try and teach someone or help someone understand like my world in a way, and vice versa. Who's older? So Harry is 22, turning 23 in December, and I'm 21, turning 22 in March. So he's 97
About 2 years.
and I'm 99. Yeah. Next question. What's it like working together?
Good.
It's like we're not even working when we're together.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty cool.
It's so like chill and fun and just, yeah, it's just like working with your best friend.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work. I mean,
No.
especially modeling, when we do work together, we're working together as a couple, so
It's so natural. Like we just be
Yeah.
ourselves. Like we just be
yeah,
us.
we just have a chat and like
Yeah.
just float with each other pretty much. And that's it.
And that's it. Advice for keeping the past in the past.
This is hard. I've really struggled with this before, not so much with the relationship, but like in general, about certain things that have happened in my life and not letting them have an effect on the present or the future, and leaving the past in the past is a really hard thing to do. I don't think, like, we're not psychologists, we don't have the right answer for that. I think
But also you have to try not to hold on to that thing and then project it onto what's happening in your life right now. Like that's because that's unfair on your life. That's unfair on the people that are around you that are on the receiving end of you holding onto this thing that's from the past that has no relevancy. Is that a word? No
relevance.
no relevance to like the present day. So yeah, I think it's a choice to want to let go of that and make your life better. Was committing to a serious relationship hard? For us, yes, because we had both just got out of long-term relationships. So we kind of didn't even want to have a relationship. Like when we first started talking, that wasn't our intention, and then we kind of just fell in love.
When we met each other, our kind of thing was to just be friends because we had a lot in common and we'd spoken for years before. So I think when we start, my intention anyway was just to get to know her and like have a friend talk about my past relationship and like the things that were affecting me and whatnot, and vice versa. But also in the back of my head, I knew how attracted to her I was, and I knew that she was attracted to me.
Yeah, it was kind of just inevitable, and we were. It's kind of.
We were kind of stupid.
Yeah,
for
we were
thinking
kind
that,
of stupid for thinking that we wouldn't end up really, really liking each other.
Yeah.
And then loving each other. Okay, next question is, did we have to make compromises moving in? 100%. Like, when you go from having your way of living and then joining that with somebody else's way of living, it's like the small things, I think the small things would get to us. Like, he thinks I'm messy, and then I think, like, the things that he does, I'm like, don't do that because that's not my traditional way of doing it that I've done it in my house. So
it's just small stuff though.
Yeah, it's just, so you do have to compromise, and you do have to really be like, oh, like, I can't, patience. Patience is such a good way of saying,
Yeah, I think like patience is super important in a relationship in general, because as people we get the shits about certain things, and
you can't expect.
No, you're two different individuals.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't expect your partner to know the things that you want in the household, or know the way that you have traditionally done it your whole life. Like, you can't expect that. So patience is a really good word to use for that. But
I'm just thinking about like all the little things like that we've done since moving in.
It probably took us like.
And there's heaps of I had to move states. I haven't seen my family since I moved, like my friends, my family. So that's a compromise. I mean, there's
relationship. You gotta compromise in relationships. Next question is, do we get jealous? No. I think in a relationship, you don't get jealous unless you're given a reason to get jealous. He told me that yesterday when we were talking about this question.
That's the most true thing ever. I really strongly believe in like gut feelings and your intuition as a human being. And if you're having those feelings, those doubts, and there is jealousy there, I think jealousy to a degree is normal for some people in relationships, but I mean...
That's also, like we were saying, there's a difference between jealousy and being protective. I feel like we are definitely protective of one another. Like, yeah, we definitely are protective, but we don't have that jealousy side, I feel.
Especially in what we do for a living, it'd be impossible to be in a relationship and be a jealous person.
Yeah. would we leave the Gold Coast overseas move? Yeah,
Gold Coast will always be home. We'll always come
Gold
back
Coast
here.
will always be home. I
Raise
want to
our
raise a
kids here.
family
Yeah.
here, and this is where I want to, like, my base to always be. But we definitely do want to do like 3 months, 6 months, or a year in like bits, like parts around the world.
Yeah, 100%.
Do we ever have problems? We seem perfect. We're definitely not perfect, and it's
Not even close.
no, and it's taken us 2 years to really solidify our relationship in the way that it is today. Like, it hasn't been a smooth sailing journey. Like,
Yeah.
we really went through lots of rocky roads and climbed some of those hills, but we've come down on the other side.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely aren't perfect, and we still have lots of learning and growing to do, but yeah.
Yeah, we did put in the hard yards to get to where we are.
Yeah, patience. Last question. What are our star signs? We thought we'd just throw this one in there because I'm really into star signs. I'm a Pisces and Harry is a Sagittarius. So I'm pretty sure our star signs aren't the most compatible, but if you know about star signs and you know like your rising and your moon and stuff, I think we have the same moon, which is your emotion. So that concludes all of the questions. We hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We really had so much fun making it and looking at all the questions that you guys sent. If you want us to do another video, you can put that in the comments.
Another video.
Did I say that?
If you want us to do another video.
But yeah, we hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Seal it with a kiss.